welcome to episode 10 of our, what's that, the paper anniversary of Cinema Curse. I am going to let somebody else intro it. I'm just going to intro myself. My name is Lloyd Crews, your Wicked Game Master, and I'm here, as always, as usual, with the Joey Chestnut of talking about movies, Edwin Gomez, who's going to tell us what we're talking about today.
Hello, America. I am currently somewhere in Westwood, California, UCLA town, college town, not a place I want to be, but I'm only here to watch a motion picture, and that motion picture is The Abyss. Special edition with James Cameron in person, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about, I'm jaywalking it. Now
We
today,
see him get smashed by a car in the phone.
and my pants,
That's the
Don't die
thumbnail.
on
Yeah.
Steam.
pants are falling down, so I'm gonna fix that right now.
This is
I
great.
love this scene.
What's also great about this is your network bandwidth is low, and so normally when I spotlight people, it's like full screen, but you're like a tiny little picture within picture, like it's a Wes Anderson movie, and they're doing like an effect where it's like a tiny little screen in the middle. It's great.
Well, anyways, I'm here for one thing. We're here to talk about one thing: Salsa and Delta Force, the motion pictures. Here to see and talk about these pictures. While I find somewhere to place my food and go away comfortably. I got my goddamn slushie. I'm so happy. Now,
Well, I'm just
Well,
gonna
you know,
we're gonna intro the other
also-
people. No,
all right,
too.
I'm gonna go right over here and do something.
You can say hi, Marina.
Hello, I'm Marina, and I haven't been on in a while. Apologies, but I'm excited to be back, and I've seen 1 out of 2 movies that we'll be talking about.
Nice. We've got Scott.
Hey, I'm Scott. I'm sorry. I actually thought when you asked me to be on here, I thought it was just for the game part of the show. I have not seen either of these movies, and actually, I have some stuff to do, so I don't think I can stick around.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's cool.
Let me know when like the games are starting. I'll try to come back out.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Sorry.
God damn it, Scott.
I don't know.
God
Were
damn
you the
it.
same way, Alex? Or
I mean, I was under the same impression, but I have the time actually.
okay, cool. Well,
I mean, I haven't seen either movie, but
you can
I'll
help us
just add what I
explore and interrogate Edwin about them.
Yeah, the most connection I have is when I was 17, I was working at a movie theater that was showing Delta Farce.
Oh, yeah.
Larry the Cable Guy movie,
God
which I also
damn,
never
man.
saw, but I know what the poster looks like, so I have that going for me.
You can tell us all about that. Yeah, we're doing Into the Canon verse, a first canon dive, because Edwin loves canon, and I let Edwin pick the 2 movies, and we're here to talk about them. I want to thank Marina and her band Shenkin for letting us use their song Curse off of the EP She Nods for our intro, and please check out their video. It's on YouTube, and Marina directed it herself.
And also,
you.
don't forget, Connor, she has a new music video out and a new song.
Then
Oh, Curse.
I just that's literally what I
He did
just
say
said.
that, but thank
Oh.
you for the double shout out. I appreciate it. And yeah, a new song coming out next month at some point, but don't talk about it, Edwin.
It's a cover of the Halloween theme.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
I mean, I gave you a concept idea on the music video, so, you know, we'll put that
Yeah.
in there.
Okay.
But
Okay.
do it however you want to do it.
All right. Thank you for your permission.
And I also just want to say, even though the WGA strike is over, the SAG strike has still been going on for 75 days now, and the AMPTP still sucks. So
Yeah.
no matter how much they want to pretend like they don't, we remember all the shit they said, you fuckers.
Yeah.
But let's get into it. Let's start with. Hold on, I'm gonna change my background. Salsa, the motion picture, which I think is just a promotional title. I'm like picking my nose, right? I got like something on the edge of my nose. It's fucking gross to do on camera.
Bless you.
I know.
You're welcome.
which I think Salsa the Motion Picture is just a promotional title. I think the movie is just called Salsa. But
Yeah.
because Marina,
so.
you've seen it, would you like to give us a general summary of what happens and what's the movie all about?
Oh, so, it's I couldn't tell if this was original. I'm assuming with this, I guess, subtitle or alternating title, that was this potentially originally a musical? Because it's an extremely musical movie. It came out in 1988. And I think, oh yeah, it's about I think he's a high schooler, hard to tell. His name's Rico, and he's just like the top dog salsa dancing king. He does it for fun, but there's this potentiality that he could be a big star if he just deals with this very bitchy owner of a salsa club that like half of the movie takes place in. And there is just a lot of musical numbers. Yeah, that was behind you, Connor. It's like a really amazing set. The club is called La Luna, and it's like just very aesthetic, very 80s, very like Miami. It feels
the like cars in the ceiling.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It looks like a Planet Hollywood or something. Yeah. I don't know. It looks insane. But yeah, so there's just, it's very like it kind of embraces that cheesy canon like thing that we all love, but genuinely like there's some good parts in there as far as like the sets and the music. But yeah, just to kind of set it up there.
Yeah, and there's a big like family drama element too, where he, because I think his younger sister is supposed to be like 17-ish.
She's 17.
She's like about to turn 18, which, so I think she's supposed to be a senior in high school, and I think the guys are supposed to be like a couple of years out of high school.
Okay, I was confused because I can't really tell what they're doing, or it makes sense because he's like working as a mechanic to help support the family, and their dad died, and so he's trying to take over this place as like man of the family, and he's kind of acting as like a father figure to his little sister, and she's just like, leave me alone. And it's this whole like contentious like B plot. But yeah, so that totally makes sense, and yeah, now questionable because
there's some
now
age
that I'm like
stuff.
Thinking about that,
I guess technically 20-year-old dating 17-year-old, it's not the worst. Now that I'm 32 in my head, I'm like they're both children, so like I'm
especially
like whatever.
Back in '88.
Yeah,
I know it happens. Somebody's older brothers, whatever. It's like
Oh, we got a dog on stream.
Yep, Cooper.
Oh, look at that guy. Oh, he got excited.
He looks like a little demon back there.
Yeah.
I know. He's just happy that I said his name.
Yeah, it won me over by the end. I don't know what I was expecting. It was absurd because it's essentially like a Dirty Dancing ripoff, more or less.
No, that's basically what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's ripping off Dirty Dancing, and there's a couple of follow-ups to that particular movie. There's a movie called Lambada, and there's a movie called The Forbidden Dance.
Okay.
So apparently there was a somewhat boom with erotic dancing movie, and that's how Salsa came about.
That makes sense because usually canon films are gonna be a ripoff of something that's popping at the time. But why is it called Salsa the movie? Like, was it a musical? Was there something prior to it, or was that just?
I think
how
it was just salsa's
marketed?
the type of like dance and music, and I think the idea was just that this is salsa the motion picture. So the music and type of dance you like so much. Now it's a movie.
Okay.
It's a movie, Connor.
Okay.
Connor.
Also to differentiate
the motion
itself
picture
from salsa the condiment.
Motion picture. Put the motion picture, nigga. So you watch a motion picture.
Yeah, I was when I was telling people about this, everyone thought I was talking about like like something more in the line of like Hot Dog the movie or Hamburger the motion picture or one of 1,000 other boner comedies that just had the name of a food as the title for some reason. Yeah, I identified with the secondary male dude. I liked him more, to be honest, than the main dude who's kind of a prick. I like the secondary guy.
The main dude's an asshole.
Yeah.
The main dude's a straight up asshole.
He cheats on his GF, you know,
Exactly.
and then he starts yelling at his little sister, and I'm like, I don't know if I like you, Rico. Like,
Or
you need help.
He has one line in it whenever he's at one point he's Alex. See, we're like explaining the movie to you. There is a thanks for hamburgers in chat. There's a part where his sister brings over this other girl who's 17, and the main dude is talking to Ken, the like white boy. The white boy is like who gets paired up with the main guy's sister, and they're kind of this secondary couple.
Right.
But Rico, the main guy, is like wanting to hit on the friend that he just met, and Ken, the white guy's like, she's just a baby, and Rico responds with, and I'm a babysitter. And I was like, woo!
You're like, uh-oh.
I will say, from that movie, there's a particular scene I really enjoy, and it makes no sense whatsoever. It comes out of nowhere. It's when they're in front of a liquor store in Echo Park somewhere, and you see these homeless people like, hey, give us a drink, man, give us a drink. And next thing you know, they start singing so beautifully. Like, these are homeless people, by the way. And they start to bang out on a big musical number. Like, what the hell? And the song they use is called Margarita, which is
the little sister's
not
name.
bad at all. It's actually the best sequence in the whole movie, I think. It's really enjoyable. Like,
no, that sequence is fantastic. The dance sequences are amazing, and the sets are amazing. It makes me just miss the budgets that movies had, even for fucking Canon. Just like the set production is like amazing, art direction, everything so amazing. That is like the highlight for me. But yeah, that sequence is wild. Like, it's the white boy, and he's on his motorcycle, and like the headlight is used as like a spotlight, and I was like, oh, that's like fun. But that's why I was like, is this a musical? Because you have like some folks on the street who are just like, just randomly have a guitar, and one of them has an amazing
and so funny
voice. So I don't know.
And so funny that the same homeless guy pops up at the end, and then
I noticed that. Yeah, he's just like a singer at the club at the end.
Oh, is he?
Like,
I don't know if in fiction it's supposed to be the same guy. I think it's maybe just.
No, I think it is 100%. It is.
I think the actor is just if I had to guess, just some sort of salsa singer, and they probably just had him be in both scenes. But they're
talented musicians. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
On this film.
Some fun dance moves too. Like there's this one where they're like kissing and like all the people are like pulling them apart. I like that dance move. Or my favorite,
so insane,
when they're doing the dance on the billboard, and she does the move where she just grabs him by the dick and like pulls him along. I was like, whoa.
All right, Cannon.
I like that white boy because I'm also a shy white boy into Latinas, and so I identified with him a lot throughout the movie.
Yes, that for the white folks watching, they can cling on to Ryan.
There's a couple other little things. I thought it was really funny the way they intro, because the Rico, the main guy, he has an apartment. At one point they call it an apartment, which made me laugh. But he has an apartment, which is a basically shed on the property of his parents' house, and they don't show it at first, which is really weird. They just show these like wide shots at night of him like arriving back home and then going off into the shed. And it was in a horror movie that's like set up for like what's going on in that shed, like and then they reveal it later and it's just like a dance room, you know. Oh, but it was just very funny. The filmmaking language was like doing something that I don't think that they were thinking of. Maybe it's just where my mind was.
You know, a lot of just like wide shots and just one. It felt like single takes and just keep it moving.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but it
Good
is
enough.
like you'd always see the outside of it, and you're like, and he would just go in, and then the mom would be watching, and you're like, okay, like I don't know what this is like telling me, but that shed is like the most elaborate shed. It has like a disco ball, and it's like full on soundstage situation. I don't know. It's like out of the box or something. Like it's just you see the box from the outside, and then you go inside. You're like, oh my god, it's a soundstage. Like that's how it felt to me.
For a shed that a person lives in, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I would say.
Nice shed.
I would say it's a
Sounds like
yeah.
Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys would be envious.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a step above like Ted Kaczynski. His shed in the woods. I liked that the Salsa Queen. I liked that she had that like manservant who was just like this big cuck the whole time, who was just like was okay with whatever she did because she just loved her so much.
And he would always have something to say. Like when something would happen, he would just have to chime in and just be shitty or whatever. And he was like, "It's because I love."
Man, that pizza not that great.
Damn, you heard it here
Live
first.
review.
Yeah, live review.
It's not great at all.
And then one of the more interesting things, I always get really interested when I'm watching a movie or like, and I see a painting done and you can see like marquees in the background and like see what was playing. And when they go to that, for ice cream, there's the Pantasias. They're right across the street from the Pantasias. And Tim Curry is headlining in Me and My Girl, some musical while they were filming that. Which
Interesting.
which I don't know when that would have like
girl.
it would have been a US tour that began in October 1987. Let me see if I can figure out Me and My Girl, Pantasia's Tim Curry. If I can
That was not a good pizza.
Damn. Roast them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
may
this
not
looks
be.
like a good old time. This Me and My Girl set in the 1930s.
It looks like it's
Pizza wasn't that great.
That's all right.
it was like
I might
early
go in and out
1988. Listen, Edwin, we're trying to talk about Me and My Girl with Tim Curry, which was playing at the Pantasias when they filmed this. Salsa. Nothing to say about that.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Classic. Classic.
I heard Tim Curry and Pantasias.
Yeah. Well, we're just chit chatting. Let's I'm done talking about salsa. Unless
Totally fair.
other people have things they want to say about salsa. You wanna finish us off, Edwin?
Well, I'll say this about Salsa the motion picture. It's as its tagline says, it's hot. Which there are some sequences that are pretty dirty dancing, I will say, especially the scene in the shed, which I thought was pretty wild.
Steamy.
But other than that,
Pretty steamy.
Huh?
Pretty
Yeah,
steamy.
it's pretty
Wait, what?
steamy. It's pretty
Yeah, oh, it's
steamy.
steamy.
It's steamy stuff.
yeah, steamy as fuck. More steamier to dirty dancing, in my
Steamy
opinion. I'm
AF.
just saying.
Of course it is.
But it's not a bad movie. It has some problems, but you know, it's a pretty okay for a canon movie. It's great. It's a good LA movie too.
It just, I don't know why I thought it was LA, but I was also thinking it might be Miami from like
No,
the
hell no,
club and
that's
stuff.
so LA.
I don't know, the club, like the exterior shots of the club. I'm like, I can't tell where this is, but that makes sense. That makes sense. It's an LA movie.
The club
That makes
has
more
definitely a
sense.
Miami vibe, I would say. But most of the actual other locations, I would say, are very LA.
That is very true. Yeah.
Yes, it is. So it is.
Well, Edwin,
Yes.
why don't you tell us all about these two guys?
Whoa. We mean one of the greatest dynamic duos of all time in the history of the canon world. We're talking about the man of the man, the best of the best. The dude that has a fist in his beard. One little eye will make you drop. Talking about Chuck
Lee
Norris,
Marvin.
not movie.
Oh.
No, we're not talking about Lee Marvin. We're not talking about Lee Marvin, man. Lee Marvin is as cool as Chuck Norris, man. We're talking about Delta Force here. One of the best high adventure action pictures of all time.
Can you summarize it for us, Edwin?
Sure. A group of terrorists hijack an airplane, takes it to their country. Chuck Norris and his group of team are called in to rescue the hostages, to get them out of there and stuff like that. That's basically what it is. That's all it is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad guys getting shot at, getting blown up, and it's got Robert Forster, who is the main leader. He's great.
In brown face.
In brown face. That's the only problem.
Yeah,
the only problem is in brown face.
I thought it was fun, but it was. I actually like watching it. I wrote this up a little more specifically. This movie is such a powder keg of weirdo Israeli American military alliance porn. I know that some of the movie is based on real things, like when they get when they get on the plane and the terrorists that I think are supposed to be Lebanese in the movie, but the events that they're based on, those terrorists were Palestinian. And they want to target. They want like all the passports to be taken, and they want like all the Jewish people's names to be taken from it and like put aside. And the stewardess is German, and so she very dramatically in the movie is like I'm not going to contribute to this. But apparently part of that, like the stewardess being German in this context, apparently happened. I don't know if like the passport thing exactly happened. I don't think it did. I can double check where I found that. It's let's see. Yeah, that part, she was German in real life, but they didn't do the actual like going through the passports and stuff. It's or like whenever they set up the good guys at the beginning, and like the first thing they do with the good guys is have one of them like pull off a ring that has Hebrew on it and just confirm that they're Jewish while they're also like setting up the bad guys, which is mostly notable because Golan and Globus, Golan being the director, these being the canon guys, are Israeli born producers. And obviously I know very little about that situation. I have my own personal opinions, so I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but it was very funny watching it and just seeing like some of those like moments, or like there's a Russian guy at one point who's like, America has been very good to us. And it's like, I don't know if you guys know this, but Russia is the third most common language spoken in Israel. And the relations between those countries are very specific. And it's like a very like, of that era, like very pro American military invention in the Middle East throughout the movie. And it didn't bother me because it was like, what was I expecting? You know what I mean? Like I wasn't going in thinking that it wasn't going to be that. But it was also like vaguely distracting, especially compared to something like Invasion USA, where if I remember that one, the terrorists are just like general. It's just like people who hate America. It's not and so it's like it's easier to kind of stomach like the rah patriotism when the bad guy is just like, oh, it's somebody, they're coming here and they're doing stuff.
Like the most recent Top Gun, or actually any of the Top Guns. Like there's just no affiliation of enemy. It's just bad guy and general region. And so,
what do you think about all that, Edwin? Is that above your pay grade?
I don't give a shit about any of that. All I know is Chuck Norris blows some shit up, saves the day. Lee Marvin's is there. A lot of great one-liners, explosions, and guys getting blown up, which is always a great thing. And yeah, great score by Alan Silvestri. It's fucking catchy as hell.
I would maybe disagree. I thought that the score was good, but I thought that they repeated that theme way too much and it was too happy.
It's still fine with me. I don't care. It's great. And you know what else, to Connor? Alan Silvestri also did Endgame. Well, whatever fucking Avenger movie he did. But I want you to know that the guy who did that, he did a canon movie, Connor. I want you to know where he came from, Connor. I want you to know where he came from. He came from canon.
I wouldn't.
Made a great score.
I wouldn't.
He's done a lot of movies.
He's done a lot. One, he's done a lot of movies, and two, why would me of all people be the person who cares about that? Do you even know me? Like, I don't give a shit. You know James Gunn came from Trauma, and I love him. So, like,
I know. And that's
what are you talking about?
Trauma. Because he's the Grindhouse director.
You're just trying to tease me. Yeah, let's see. There was a lot of stuff. I love that bike. He's got a really cool bike, Chuck Norris, that has all these like James Bond gadgets and explosives and stuff. And he has this thing when his final confrontation with Robert Forster, where he like drives it through a window, like into the house that Robert Forster is in, and then Robert Forster tries to run outside, and then he jumps through another window and like kicks a car door that's like has his arm halfway through it and crushes his arm, and it was like, oh hell yeah, this shit's fucking popping off.
And guess what, Connor?
What?
You know what he did?
What?
Chuck Norris blew him up.
He did blow him up. Spoilers.
I mean, based on the picture behind you, Connor, I'm going to assume he's going to blow something up.
Well, this was an earlier part. Yeah.
Oh my god.
They blew up, to be fair, they blew up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, of course. That makes sense.
It's great. There's another great scene where Chuck Norris and his partner are like holding bazookas. They point him out to the guy in the car, and the guy says, "Oh my god!" and it boom, explodes. And next thing you know, a group of armed soldiers go running towards the building, and then boom, explodes, and they all run away because it's blowing up. I love that. I love when shit blows up. It's great. I love it.
That's like most of the movie.
Makes me happy. Okay. Oh hell yeah! That's what's so great about it. Shit gets blown up on a daily basis, man.
Especially once they get to the halfway point. Yeah. There's not a lot of action stuff. There's that opening scene, but then there's not a lot of action. It's more like tension for the first half or so. And to be fair, some of that was pretty well done. Like the way that once I was like putting on my blinders to like the way that they were like positioning the like foreign relation politics of everything going on, like when Martin Balsam has his dramatic reveal of his Holocaust tattoo, and like obviously I'm not saying people haven't been targeted before, I'm not anything like that, it's just that the movie's framing of a lot of this stuff is very much so like Jewish people and thus Israelis have never done anything wrong. And have only ever
like not fair.
who's only ever been subjugated, and it's like I don't like you can feel the movie's like agenda, for me at least. But I did like, I still liked most of it. I liked Chuck more than I usually do, to be honest. He seemed like engaged in this one.
Chuck's the man.
I liked the couple that was arguing a bunch.
No matter what.
There's this couple that's like playfully arguing that I thought was like a fun, especially because the first half of the movie like reminds me a lot of almost like a disaster movie where there's like there's all these like group of the Passages are all kind of fleshed out, you know. It's like Martin Balsam and George Kennedy and Shelley Winters are playing the different of the hostages.
It's got a great cast.
It does.
Ridiculously good cast. Like for a canon movie, they've been doing that like forever, but this one was particularly good.
This felt like this was like they're like you could feel that they put their whole bussy into this one, you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Like,
I get a full picture now.
Like you could tell that they were going all out on this one.
Now I really gotta watch this shit. I'm glad I didn't watch it.
Can you do me a favor, Connor? Can you check the aspect ratio on Delta Force, please?
Sure, I will check.
I need to know confirmation
Delta
because
Force.
It's got to be 185.
why'd you say Alex?
It's
Why'd you
185.
say-
Shooting anamorphic is more expensive.
What's the aspect ratio, Connor?
185.
That's lame. It's lame.
I like 185.
Lame.
So
Yeah, I mean, what's it? Edwin? Invasion USA was 185. Cobra is 185.
Wrong. Right? Scope Pictures or where it's at. Scope.
It ain't gonna
239.
happen for.
well, you know
for
what? I
Delta
guess this
Force.
movie fucking sucks then.
Yeah.
Connor, I'll find you, Connor.
I'll find you in
You
line
know,
right
you know,
here.
you
I'll
don't
come
have to
after
find
you.
me. You know where I am.
Yeah,
good.
you know his address. Yeah.
I do. I have it in my head. I passed by your house a couple nights ago. What you gonna
Oh.
do about it, Connor?
I think you pass by my house a lot because I think my house is
I do.
more or less in between where you work and where you live.
Exactly. 'Cause I go to Bonds, Connor. I go to Bonds.
Well, let's not get too specific.
Yeah, let's just dox Connor right now, live.
Yeah, cast is really good. George Kennedy got me a little misty-eyed at the end. He plays a preacher and priest, a father, whatever. And he there's like one of the Delta Force dies, and he has a little speech over his body, and you know, it was though that was also kind of funny because the movie positions them as like martyrs at the end for like everything they've been doing, even though like for most of the rest of the movie the Delta Force is like, hell yeah, let's rock and roll. Like let's go fucking shoot these guys. And then at the end like one of them dies and they're supposed to be martyrs, and I'm like, all right.
Let's calm down.
Let's calm down a little bit. But yeah, fun movie, definitely.
Don't forget, there's a part 2.
I think there's a couple more.
Yeah, but this is the one that has Chuck Norris in it. That's about it.
Okay, he's not in the third one.
I don't know part 2. There is. It's with his brother Nick Norris, or whatever the hell his name is.
Nick
It's
Norris.
not great. I think so. I don't know. There's a couple Norrises that running around. What?
This is the
Aaron Norris. Aaron Norris. My mistake.
Chuck Norris is Frank
Spirit
Stallone.
told me Aaron Norris.
Yeah, Frank Stallone. Let's go. Oh my god.
Yeah, they should put Frank Stallone in the Expendable
Stallone's in
movies.
Delta Force 3?
No, I don't
Oh
know.
my god. Yeah, where's Frank?
They should have. If they're putting Nick Norris, they should make an Expendables movie that's all just like the brothers. And it's like you know, it's like one of the other Baldwins and
Yeah.
Jim Belushi.
yeah.
Oh, just saying. Frank Stallone, hell of a singer, man. Hell of a singer. Have you seen Staying Alive?
The
Of
old
course you have. It's a
old
masterpiece.
crooner, old Blue Eyes they call him.
Oh my god, no.
But yeah, let's broaden out very briefly. Edwin,
Yeah.
can you tell us about this beautiful company whose logo is behind us? What can you tell us about them?
Man, what can I say about them? They're known as the Go-Go Boys. They've made movies nonstop because they love movies. They don't care how they get the money for it because they just love making them. They were founded. So they bought this company Canon from the in the 70s. They were known for releasing exploitation pictures throughout the 70s, but until the 80s, those guys bought them out and created the Canon Group. And they were known to be called Canon Pictures or something like that. But they called it the Canon Group. They made a bunch of sleazy exploitation movies in the 80s. By towards the early 80s, by 82, they started making the movies they're known for, like Charles Bronson, Death Wish movies, Chuck Norris movies. Or they even gone independent art house movies. They released a John Cassavetes movie because they're the only crazy dude that will finance them. But yeah, no matter who these guys are, man, they were the best in the business. If it was good or bad, they love to put out movies, man. That's you know, if I ever get famous, that's the first thing I want to bring back. I want to bring back the Canon Group, so that way, you know, I can keep that spirit alive. Because one of those dudes is still alive.
Yeah, is it let's
Urim
see.
Globus.
Yeah.
Menahem Golan sadly passed away.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked up a little bit of the history. The main thing I kept thinking of is if I worked at Futurama on a season and I wanted to pitch like a pair of two like low budget movie producers, I would have it be a human and an alien named Golan and Globulus. And I've been thinking about that a lot. I've only seen a couple of their movies. I'm more of a Full Moon kind of guy when it comes to my like independent like super B studios. I think for Halloween,
just because they have Puppet Master and the Doll Man and Demonic Toys. I mean, what?
Doll Man
what have they
versus
got
Demonic
canon
Toys.
enough? Demonic Toys. That's what I said.
Yeah, I said Doll Man versus Demonic Toys. That's a whole nother movie.
But still, man, we got the canon, man. Canon pictures.
I mean, I'll say this: canon movies feel more like movies than most full moon movies.
Yeah.
But there's also like a strangeness to hold on a second. There's like a strangeness to Full Moon that I always like. Like there's something about it being so much more underserved that it has like a charm to it. I think we're gonna I think our Halloween special this year is gonna be a Full Moon Halloween special where we specifically talk about Doll Man versus Demonic Toys, which we watched for movie night earlier this year. And
Man, I gotta watch those movies now.
you don't have to watch them. You can just show up and
I mean, I've seen Puppet Master. I tried to take on the sequels, but part 2 was a little boring to me, so I just stopped it.
yeah. Yeah, most of my canon stuff is I know through like Best of the Worst because they cover canon movies a lot, and they've done Christmas or Canon a couple of times where they'll randomly pick movies that are either Christmas movies or canon movies. The Death Wish movies look fun in a horrible way, and like a very like it looks like right wing media conspiracy. Like this is what happens in Democrat cities. It's just like Death Wish 3, like people crawling out of the ground.
Yeah, like diverse 80s punks will come at you, try and steal your car. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing with canon. If anyone has never seen a canon film, Edwin is selling them as though they're like actually genuinely great movies. Whereas
they are great. They are great, Alex. They are great. They're the best in the business, Alex.
The enjoyment really derives from like knowing what you're getting into. Like there is a sense of ironic
pure enjoyment, Alex.
Fun with them.
Pure action-packed enjoyment of the Go-Go Boys, Alex.
Yeah, like I'm not going into a canon movie expecting like Doctor Strangelove, but I'm going to enjoy it for what it is.
We don't need to. We've got
Cobra.
the Bronson and the Chuck.
No, I was about to say I love Cobra. Cobra's fantastic. It's like I watched it any time, but it's not like a great movie. It's like just a fun, like cheesy. It's like a relic of time. It's almost like a miracle that it exists because it hits this weird sweet spot of like 80s culture and machismo. Like Stallone, ego-driven script and starring in it.
I think you're wrong.
The soundtrack is also incredibly, ironically wonderful, but also kind of earnestly so.
I think they're all amazing. I think it's beautiful. I think it's action-packed. I think it's art house. I think they're the best. The best.
Art house, yeah. Okay.
Art house is probably debatable, but I also think I am someone, Edwin, of the thing that a movie's greatness is determined by the person watching it, really. And I think if you think these movies are great, then they are great. And so I think you got to learn how to self-actualize.
And like, is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 a canon movie?
It is.
So I mean,
Texas Chainsaw 2.
Chainsaw 2. Yeah.
Oh, the best in the canon movies. Part 2.
I personally love 2, so
forget about
think
part
it's
1.
one of the top dogs.
Part 2. Yeah, forget part 1. It's all about part 2. That's
like,
the
at least
best
it's
one.
a name that like a lot of people would know, I guess. That
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Suck them right now.
Hey, and they made Masters of the Universe.
That one was a big failure.
Yeah.
But there's a funny interview that's in the Canon documentary. There's a scene where Stallone says about Dolph Lundgren's performance in Master Universe. He said, "You gave that guy lines." Because he was barely learning English at the time, and that's one of the lines that you gave that guy lines because he could barely speak it, but in the movie he sounds all right because it's Dolph Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren's the shit.
Yeah. Well,
I must thank you. Go for it. Rocky IV reference.
that is Rocky IV.
Oh, I thought you were having a stroke.
No. That can't be stopped.
He cannot be stopped on a medical level.
Let's unless some people have other things to do for canon. I think we're going to
The evil games, terrifying games, terror games, the final terror, the wheels of hell.
welcome to Connor's Wicked Games, sponsored by Chris Isaac. Today I concocted a game specifically. I thought of this as a joke, and then I was like, I'm not going to do that. And then I didn't think of anything else, and so last night I was like, all right, we're going to do this joke. Today we're going to be playing a game called Canon, 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 or Canon, in which I'm going to give you the title or partial title of our name or partial name of something, and you'll have 5 options. You have to tell me whether it is a canon film, a major movie of the cinematic canon as indicated by being on BFI Sight and Sound list that was released last year, a Canon camera, a military cannon, or one of Nick Cannon's many children. And we're gonna go around, and the way we'll do this is different people will go first each time, and if you guess and get it wrong, it goes to the next person, and then it can keep going. You can also pass, hoping that other people will guess after you and eliminate it down a little bit, and it'll get back to you. But obviously, if someone else can get it before it gets back to you, then you won't get the point. So that's just a little gameplay thing.
It.
So we're gonna go around with Alex. We're gonna start off a little easy with Death Wish 4: The Crackdown.
All right. That is filmed by the Canon Group.
That is, in fact, a film by the Canon Group. All right. Marina.
Okay.
7 Samurai.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. What were the categories again? I just totally blinked at the Canon Group.
Canon film, a film from the BFI Sight and Sound list. Of
that one?
Yes.
That's like, please.
Edwin, how about Cheerleaders Beach Party?
Canon.
Well, yeah. I assume I know which canon you mean. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Scott, Powerful Queen.
Can I also just say canon? You know what I mean? What are the options again?
Canon films, BFI Sight and Sound, camera, military canon, or Nick Cannon's kid.
What was
Powerful Queen?
Like military canon.
Alex, do you have a guess?
Nick Cannon's child.
You are correct.
That was my guess too.
Damn it! I should have gone with that.
I mean, Scott kind of made it easy for me because I was torn between those two.
Yeah.
Military cannons are often nicknamed weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
Alex, back to you. What about a Scoopik? Scoopik.
I'm gonna say that's a Canon camera.
That is correct. You got it again.
Ooh.
Marina, Siege and Garrison.
What the fuck? Wait. Those could be names. Those could be activities or that just sounds like a buddy cop movie to me. Oh, I'm just gonna say Canon Group.
Edwin, it's yours to steal. It's not a Canon Group film. Do you think
I'm
it's
gonna say those camera thingies.
Scott?
What was the phrase?
Siege and Garrison. So you have left
Yeah.
the
I'm gonna go with military cannon again.
You're correct. That is a type of
yeah.
military cannon.
It's like playing paper, scissors, rock. You just always got to do paper.
Good old rock. Nothing beats that.
Edwin, how about Powakatsi, Life and Transformation?
Say again?
Powakatsi, Life in Transformation.
Gee, I don't know. Gee, you know, it is produced by Coppola and Lucas. You know, it's Philip Glass score. You know, I think it's a canon movie, Connor.
You're correct. That is a canon movie.
That's what I thought.
Wow.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was a setup.
Yeah, nice try, Connor. Nice try.
Scott,
I got those on Blu-rays.
All right.
how about Johnny Guitar?
Canon Films?
Oh my god.
Alex,
I love that movie. Johnny Guitar by Nicholas Ray with Sterling Hayden and Joan Crawford. It's a Sight and Sound movie.
yeah, it is in
Damn.
fact. All right, back to you, Alex. The uranium conspiracy.
Canon Group.
Yes. Marina, Kiss.
Oh, my gut is telling me one of Nick Cannon's kids, but that's also a really weird name to have. I don't know why. Oh, who the hell would name a kid that? I don't know. That's gotta be. Oh, this is too. It's just one word. Oh, no, it's not a kid's name. I refuse. I'm gonna go with Sights and Sounds.
Edwin, you got a guess?
Oh, god damn it.
I'm gonna say canon.
Canon Group.
Yes.
Scott?
Camera?
It is a camera. It is the Japanese
yeah.
name for the
I
Canon Rebel.
was gonna say, is that the Japanese model? Because when I was overseas, yeah, I've seen it. Damn it.
Edwin, here's another cannon for you.
Yeah.
Mountain.
Oh boy.
Mountain cannon. A mountain, or it could be a movie named Mountain.
BFI.
Scott?
Fuck you.
Called Mountain?
Yeah.
Nick Cannon's kid.
Alex?
Damn. We forgot about that one, and I forgot.
I'm torn between either camera or military gun. I'm gonna say military.
You got it right, Alex. It is a type of military cannon, the Mountain cannon. Starting with you, Scott. Zeppelin.
Nick Cannon's kid.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. All right.
Zeppelin cannon.
Zeppelin. Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right, we're halfway through. We have 6 go rounds.
This is awful, man. I don't like this.
This is a great game. This is the best
This is
game
amazing,
This is the
yeah.
best game
Yeah,
I've ever
it is.
thought of.
It's hard.
Alex, Bolero.
You.
Camera.
Marina.
Oh my god. I'm gonna go with something I haven't guessed yet. Is it military?
Edwin, do you want to tell him what it is?
Oh.
Canon movie.
Yeah.
Canon movie.
Yeah. Edwin has
it's
the
a
worst
erotic
poker
film.
face. Y'all should have just, the fact that he reacted to it, y'all should have been like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, I gotta be watching your face now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Marina, you should not watch that movie at all. It's so problematic. It's just wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one of the few canon movies I refuse to watch.
Okay. Noted.
Marina, how about Link?
No.
Well, I feel like I know now. Is it a canon group film?
It is a canon group film.
Okay.
And I have a one sheet for that.
Of course you do.
You got to get a better poker
got
face for
everything.
these, Edwin.
Okay.
Yeah, Edwin, you're giving me the answers. I'm so mad.
Well, I'm sorry. You know, I love those movies. They're my life.
Edwin, this one's for you. What's
Oh boy.
how about Pellix?
Say again.
Pellix. Pellix.
Military shit.
Scott?
Fuck you.
Camera?
It is a camera. As a type, I think that's a 16 millimeter camera, specifically.
Mhm.
And this one's for you, Scott. Onyx.
Military cannon?
Alex.
I'm gonna say camera.
Marina.
Damn it. I don't know. These like one word. I don't know if they're going for a film title or it's just somebody's name. Like
That's why I picked these ones.
I definitely get it now. I'm going with the kid's name. I don't know.
You got it right. Onyx Cannon.
Yes. I love it. That's great.
All right, starting with you, Alex. The Intruder.
Mm.
I'm gonna say Sight and Sound.
That's right. Some French movie from like 15 years ago.
Okay.
Podcast. I'm almost done.
He's so done. I knew this game was especially going to upset you, Edwin, and it's the reason why I decided. I was like, you know what, I am going to do this one.
You're picking my cannons against me, Connor.
Marina,
Yeah.
how about Seacoast?
To me, that's giving. It's giving military.
Yep, that's it. That's a
Okay,
type of military cannon.
All right.
Edwin, Napoleon.
BFI.
You got it.
I thought. Napoleon. 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 Oh, hey, Coppola, I'm going to re-release the fucking movie. Napoleon, I'm going to fire the composer.
Are you feeling okay?
Are you okay?
Okay.
He's
Okay now.
Scott, Columbiads.
What?
Columbiads. Columbiads.
Camera? No.
No, it goes to Alex.
Sorry, I had to grab my computer charger.
No, it's on you. Columbiads, Columbiads, and Scott incorrectly guessed camera.
Columbiads, eh? Military cannon.
That is correct.
Mm.
It's another special type of military cannon. All right, one more round, starting with you, Alex. Cannonette.
Cannonette.
Yeah.
How great would it be if that were Nick Cannon's kid? But I actually don't think that it is.
Cannonette.
Sweet little girl.
Cannonette cannon.
Cannonette. Canon group film?
Marina?
Oh shit. I'm just gonna go with the military thing.
It's on you, Edwin.
Oh.
BFI.
Nope. Scott, you got a 50-50 chance. It's either the would you guys guess? Military, BFI, and Cannon Group. So it's either a camera or one of Nick Cannon's kids, Cannonette.
Please.
I want it to be one of his kids so bad.
Seriously.
But I think it's a camera.
Unfortunately, you're right. Yeah.
Man,
I say unfortunately because
I would have been happier if I was wrong, to be honest. Like, I would have rather lived in that world. But I you know.
All right, Marina.
As Connor says, it's the Wicked Games. So
these are the Wicked Games, not my Sweet Boy games.
Yeah.
Marina, Rise, R-I-S-E, Rise.
Oh, okay. How about a Cannon Group film? No.
Edwin.
Fuck.
BFI.
Scott.
God damn you.
The Rise?
Just Rise, R-I-S-E.
Nick Cannon's kid.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's absolutely like just
Rise.
So what the hell?
Rise Cannon. Edwin.
Yeah,
Edwin, how about this one? Mirror.
Not a cannon, we call mirror. BFI.
That's right.
Yeah, Tarkovsky.
Yeah, it's like Tarkovsky bullshit.
And then last one, starting with you, Scott. 50-50.
The only good Tarkovsky movies is called Stalker.
50-50?
Yeah.
Stalker though, man. Give up Stalker. Let's do it. Did it, man.
Cannon film?
That's correct.
Yes.
Wait, what was the movie?
50-50.
Not the Seth Rogen one.
Yeah.
No. It's
JGL.
Peter Weller and Robert Hayes.
Yeah, it's an earlier one. Marina, unfortunately, you did not place today. I'm so sorry.
I completely understand.
Edwin, you got the bronze medal. Scott, you're messing up your record a little bit with a silver medal.
No!
And Alex gets a gold, which I think you got a gold last week as well.
Wow.
I did. I'm on a heater.
You're on a roll.
Well done.
But I still think you probably, Scott, have the best overall score for anyone who's been on more than once. TBH.
Yeah, but my record's blemished. You know,
Yeah.
I was.
Now you have like a 2 point. 2 instead of a 2.3 or whatever.
Bleed.
Yeah. Now we know that God indeed can bleed. So
hey, I just got an email. There's more tickets to the Abyss available, so it's a good thing Edwin got
What?
there.
Wait, go on your phone right now. Tickets are available for the Abyss right now.
go get him. Go get him.
Wow.
Go get him.
I'm glad.
Go buy him.
I'm glad I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Go buy him.
My card.
Edwin.
All right. Well, I'm glad I could help.
Yes. Oh, God damn it.
It's your segment. You got anything cool to show us?
We're always first in line. We gotta get the best seats in the house. Oh hell yeah, it's great. It's great theater.
All eyes are on you.
Oh my God. Let me. Fuck yeah, it is. All right. Like I said, I'm in College Town, a place I don't want to be at, but I'm doing it just to watch the picture, not that bullshit above me. Okay, so it's my segment again. I'm in a fucking College Town, which I don't like. Should be in Hollywood where I belong, where all the monsters and freaks are at, like myself. So, what was my segment again?
You're supposed to show off stuff you have that's cool, but you don't. You're You're at a play. You can show off the theater. Yeah.
There you go.
Right behind me is the historical Fox Westwood Village.
Yep.
This is a place where a lot of great motion pictures were had the premieres at. A lot of best of the best was shown here. Across the street is the Bruin, where they shot Once Upon a Time in Hollywood there, which is also fucking nice.
They're showing our last week's movie, A Haunting in Venice, over there right now.
That's right, Haunting in Venice right there. But it's not on 65mm film. Hate to break it to you guys. But yeah, you know, I'm in the process. I'm making a new motion picture since I'm just here. I'm just everywhere, man. I'm just living the American dream, man. Living the American dream out here in this world of what street is this? Whitbourne Avenue and Broxton.
Yeah, in case anybody wants to assassinate Edwin, you know where he's going to be for.
You just want to do a quick drive by.
No, are you car code?
Oh, it's the car code.
Are you like giving
Edwin, you know you're being broadcasted right now.
No.
Yeah, Evan.
I'm trying to help a buddy out.
What were those numbers?
No, don't tell people what those numbers were. Absolutely.
Do I need to just delete all that?
No.
Possibly.
It wasn't a full thing.
Okay.
Just a few, the last 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll talk about it off air.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you get it? The guy on the podcast said it. We got it, dude. Scott came through, man. Saving the day as always, man. My buddy got a fucking ticket for the abyss.
Hell yeah. Glad I could help. Glad I came back.
Making dreams come true on the
That's
podcast.
the Scott Heaton delivery. All right.
Marina, you have a choice. Gotta come for the abyss. Let's go, me and you. Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh, I'm supposed to not. Okay, maybe.
You sure?
I'd have to reschedule a couple things, but maybe
now that my work here is done, I gotta go. So I've spread the good word. I'm coming second place, but I will see you guys later.
Yeah, for sure.
See you, dude.
Bye, America.
Yeah, we're finishing up anyways by Scott. And with anything else, if you've got stuff to plug, I mean, once again, everybody should go check out Marina's and Shunkin's new video for Curse.
It's a masterpiece onto its own.
I have something else I wanted to mention, but I'll wait till Daniel's here on another app. But yeah, and anybody got anything they want to plug or shout out?
You
go ahead. Sorry, I was just gonna say the Menzingers have put out 3 singles from the new album. They're all bangers, and the album's gonna rule. It's called "Some of It Was True."
Nice.
I'd like to say something. You know, my movie's come along pretty damn well. I'm gonna have another audition hopefully pretty soon. And I also talked to Marina about a song she put out a while back ago, which I would not reveal what it is because I want to be surprised.
Oh my god!
And I will say I've been listening to it non-stop, and it's the most beautiful and catchiest song I ever heard. It's a cover of another song, which I prefer Marina's version a lot more. It just pops. It pops a lot. But so yeah, I probably want to put that in the movie if you agreed to that, Marina. Just saying.
Yeah, I made a half joke cover, and I literally just posted it on my story, so I guess you might have downloaded it or something. I don't know how, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
I screen recorded it. That's what I did.
Oh my god.
I had to keep hearing it. I can't. I love what I heard. It was just the most awesome thing I ever heard in my life.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out. I'm cool. Use whatever. I'm fine with that.
Groovy.
Yeah, for me, I just watched Slither. You were mentioning James Gunn earlier. Love that movie. It's just he knows B movies. There's a lot of heart in it. It's his first directorial debut. It's fantastic. Loved it. Wish I saw it sooner.
Yeah, great movie. Yeah, I just want to say I want to shout out Brian Robert for composing our end credit. I want to say you should check us out on TikTok and Instagram. We're at CinemaCurse666. Somebody still keeps downvoting every episode. One person is downvoting every episode of this. I think someone's targeting us. I'm gonna fucking find you. I'm gonna find you, you fucker. So if you like it, give us a like, share with some friends. I've been streaming video games. I finished my Metroid Prime randomizer stream. I'm now playing the original Resident Evil that came out like 25 years ago in 96, which I've never played that really old version of it. Next week, the Haunted Mansion special is finally coming your way. Just kidding. Next week, I'm actually the episode I've been really excited about for a while now. Next week is our Saw series, Saw-tacular, where we're going to talk about the whole Saw series and the new Saw X, which is, you might be excited for The Abyss, Edwin, but I'm excited for Saw X, which I'm seeing on Friday.
We are not the same.
We are not the same.
And we're watching real pictures, Connor. It's called The Abyss. The Abyss. Special fucking edition, Connor.
Yeah, it's going to be really long.
It's going to be fucking amazing. It's going to be a fucking masterpiece in the making, Connor.
All right. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining, and thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you when we'll see you. Bye, citizens.
See you, everybody.
Bye, America.